The Court of Appeal in Abuja has set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court recognizing expelled Shehu Gabam as national chairman of the Social Democratic Party, SDP. The appellate court delivered the unanimous judgment on Wednesday through a three-member panel comprising Justices Fadawa Umaru, M.S. Hassan, and L.A. Ganiyu. In the led judgment, Justice Umaru declared the government of Justice Umar in suit number FHC ABJ CS 402-2026 null and void. The judgment followed an appeal by the SDP leadership under Professor Abubakar Gumbi against the Federal High Court decision recognizing Gabam as the party's national chairman. The Court of Appeal held at the basis of the Federal High Court judgment was faulty, noting that the Supreme Court had earlier ruled on the matter in favor of Gumbi's leadership. Speaking after the judgment, SDP presidential candidate and counsel to the appellant, Prince Adewale Adebayo, said the appellate court unanimously ruled in favor of the 6 party applications considered. Adebayo said the court declared the Federal High Court judgment recognizing Gabam null and void because it contradicted an earlier Supreme Court decision delivered on May 22nd, 2026.
And you will have to note that prior to these 6 rulings being made today and the judgment of the Court of Appeal, last week the court itself had entertained a lot of applications. So the judiciary has done very well for Nigeria and has guarded INEC very well. I can tell you categorically, subject to the will of God, you will never hear of any leadership dispute in SDP for the next 100 years. That is over and settled. It is how to get rid of Tinubu and the calamitous government that is now the agenda before the party and the people of Nigeria.
Also speaking, SDP National Chairman Professor Abubakar Sadiq Gumbi commended the judiciary for the speedy resolution of the case. Gumbi urged INEC to respect the internal affairs of all registered political parties, particularly their decisions on candidate selection.
Irrespective of their internal affairs, irrespective of their decisions about candidate selection and whatsoever. And I also want to use the opportunity to thank the judiciary in the expeditious way they were able to carry out this judgment in just about 4 or 5 days. And also I want to use this opportunity to most profoundly thank our presidential candidate that led the legal team for the wonderful job they have done to the party, for their patriotism, not just to the party, but to our democracy, to our nation. And indeed, this is something that will affect not only democracy in Nigeria, but in other continents of Africa.
The political parties have the right to discipline its hearing members. So the issue of Gabam and his cohorts has come to an end today. And also the point has to be made that political parties have the right to discipline its hearing members. And this is contained in the Supreme Court judgment and contained in the Electoral Act.
He also commended Adebayo for leading the party's legal team and thanked the judiciary for what he described as its role in strengthening democracy. Gombe said the party appreciated the media for its coverage and support during the prolonged dispute. He urged journalists to continue enlightening the public toward ensuring free, fair, and credible 2027 general elections.